It was a cold, silent night. The wind howled through the empty streets, carrying with it a strange, thin cry, soft, but full of pain. Most people would have ignored it, thinking it was just a cat or the sound of the wind. But not Mama Bisi. Mama Bisi was an old woman who lived alone at the edge of town, in a small wooden hut beside the market road. Her back was bent from years of carrying baskets, her hands rough from washing clothes for people who never remembered to pay her. That night, she was walking home from the hospital, where she sold roasted corn to visitors during the day. She pulled her torn shawl tighter around her shoulders and tried to hurry. The street was dark, and the power had gone out again. Only the moon gave a pale light that made everything look ghostly. Then she heard it again. A cry. This time it was louder, clear and desperate. Her feet stopped. Her heart started to beat fast. "Who's there?" she whispered into the wind. No answer came, only another cry, this time shorter, weaker, like someone or something was giving up. Something inside her couldn't move on. Maybe it was the mother in her, the part of her that had lost her only child many years ago. Maybe it was just curiosity. But Mama Bisi turned around and began to follow the sound. The cry led her to the back of the hospital, near the big trash area where nurses sometimes threw old medical boxes. The air smelled of disinfectant and decay. Her eyes caught something small, a movement in the corner beside the big metal bin. She stepped closer. Her hands shook as she pulled the lid off an old curtain. Inside was a tiny baby, wrapped in a blood-stained blanket. Mama Bisi gasped and stumbled backward. "Jesus," she whispered. The baby's lips were blue, its cries weak and fading. For a second, fear told her to run. What if someone saw her? What if they thought she stole the baby? What if the mother came back angry? But when she looked at the baby again, something inside her broke. She remembered the night her daughter had died during childbirth, and how the silence afterward had haunted her for years. "No," she murmured, bending down. "No child deserves this." She lifted the baby into her arms, her old hands trembling as she wrapped it in her shawl. The warmth of the child's tiny body pressed against her chest. Then, just as she turned to leave, she heard footsteps. Her heart jumped. She hid behind the trash bin, holding her breath.